Hello everyone and welcome back to Untamed Chaos. Since the last episode, I actually did manage to do some stuff, but I didn't get to do the full update like I talked about. If you look here, I still have a bunch of mods that need to be updated, and I decided just to hold off on the update and not try and rush it for this episode just because there were a lot of mods and I just was a bit pressed for time, and I wanted to focus on doing stuff off camera to prepare for this episode and actually get time to record this episode, then try and actually fitting the mod pack update as well. Hopefully by next episode, I know I've said that a few times now, but hopefully by next episode and, the start of a new week sort of thing, I will have it all updated. So, yeah, but before I get into this episode, there are a couple things I'd like to note real quick. So the first thing I'd like to note is I'm not sure if my video quality has been a bit weird recently. It almost seems to me like the frame rate and my recordings has been a bit off, like it just doesn't seem as smooth. It could also just be me though, because, well, the second thing is, well, actually there are only two when I said few, not a couple. But anyway, the second thing is I still have been a bit sick kind of thing. I know in the last episode I mentioned my sinuses were well, it's still kind of been that way. My eyes just kind of feel a bit fatigued and my sinuses and ears have just been a bit messed up. So hopefully that gets a bit better soon. It hasn't been too bad. Oh my god, frame drop. But it hasn't been too bad recently because I have been taking medicine, but still not feeling my best sort of thing. So I'm not sure if it's actually just me maybe not seeing things right, or it seems a little more like the transitions and stuff. And I don't know, I kind of have been thinking about trying to up my rendering quality, but it actually seems like this problem might be more on the recording end, and I'm not sure what more I could do about it. I think it could also just be that there's just so much stuff in these chunks at the moment. Like, I'm not really going to say Botania is causing the lag, but, just the particles on this stuff and the stuff here and the tools harvesting the stuff in the basement and the crops and pretty much just all the blocks, all the textures, it might be starting to add up. And, my frame, I'm recording at 60 FPS, or not recording, I'm recording at 30, but showing 60 frames per second. And I didn't know those were already done. I'll explain what these are in a second, but I'm recording and it shows 60 frames per second, which is what it should be for recording, but still it could just be having lag in other places, or not lag, or just not the best quality. So if you do notice that at all, let me know and I'll see what I can do. But I think it could just be, all the fancy textures and all the stuff happening in a close area and just being a mod pack in general that kind of has some strain on it. But yeah, off camera, I made these new tools. I also put the Protection 4 on the legs here because we have the spare Protection 3 book and the legs had Protection 3, so it only costs like 6 levels to combine them. Just so I had that, I have other Protection 4 books for future armor. And let's see, I also did have a few issues automating stuff, and I also made some steel. And as you can see, I also went mining. I got a fair bit of diamonds. I didn't smelt down any of the ores. They're still all in here. So, yeah, but I got a fair bit of, I went mining, I got a lot of diamonds, and, yeah, but I had some issues automating this room over here. So, yeah. Sorry for having to cut there. My throat was starting to feel a bit raspy, not sure if you could hear it, but, hopefully it's better now, and, yeah. But the thing is, it seems, thermal expansion here doesn't pull directly out of the chest, because I have this all set up so it should pull in here and then pulverize, and no, I didn't put it in here. I was trying with some Pharosaur, and it should pull into pulverize, have a chance to output shiny, then pipe it down into here, but it wasn't doing that. And I remember in Frostfire FTP, I had to use impulse item ducts, and I even had a chest in the middle area for it, rather than having a hopper. So I don't know, I might need to make them and try it, but I couldn't get it working the same way as Mechanism. So I think Mechanism might be a bit easier in that respect because it does work from chests. But yeah. Anyway, so in addition to that, I also did let me just talk a bit more about these tools. I just made some spare tools just so I could have more stuff leveling up using my little auto leveling cheat, which may not be fixed soon. I'm not sure. And here it is. I also made another pickaxe for when this one's done. But as you can see, they're getting pretty decent. They already got 2 modifiers each, and this time they got moss instead of diamonds. So just redstone and moss, and I don't know, that's actually kind of nice because moss and auto repair is probably good for an axe and a shovel just because I don't use them a lot. So it might work better than having to, use or have the diamond one on them and having to use steel to repair them all the time, or monument if I do upgrade it, or cobalt I think it actually would be because cobalt's better for tools. But yeah, so I have this just doing the same stuff as before, and, have that generating more cobble for me. So, yeah, and I also did set up another portal, or the portal to the nether, I should say. I tried originally doing it with this and ran into some issues, because apparently the link, I thought I could just change this one between going to the base and the nether, but it doesn't quite work that way, because when I originally made the portal in the nether fortress, I linked it to base, and it teleported me to the other base. Then when I went in the portal from the other base, it teleported me back here and just linked between the two bases, so I couldn't get back to the nether. So I had to fly back there, but this should still teleport me here, and I still haven't worked on this. I'm actually been kind of holding off because I might be able to live stream building it, because Comcast has been showing very promising signs of coming soon, and I don't know, I just haven't had a big need to rush through and build this, and I just feel like that would be something that would be nice to live stream so I could get feedback as I was doing it. So I don't know, maybe I will just build it off camera sometime, maybe I won't, but I've been focusing more on just progressing in mods and trying things out than rushing to build that. But if you come down here, I didn't know where else to put it, so I just put it here. But here's the one that links to the nether. See, it's frequency nether. So if I go through here, it should teleport me to the fortress. Okay, so yeah, it teleported me to the fortress. I'm not sure of how much that lagged just there, but I had to put down the ultimate energy cube just to power. It should have enough power that doesn't drain much. I will need to make some other energy cubes for these portals, just so I don't have to rely on that. And of course, my frame rate decides to drop because the nether has a lot of stuff. But yeah, just this area of the fortress, because I could come right out here and ta-da, the main area. I did try and harvest a few more resources here, not much. Like, I was mainly trying to see if I could get some more blaze rods and necrotic bones, but I didn't get too many. But, yeah, and also, in the last episode, let me just teleport and say it on the other side. Okay, so, back over here, I just didn't want to be talking, going through a portal in chunks and lag, because portals can do that. But, yeah, in the last episode, I also, or one of the recent episodes, I edited the last two the other day, but, in one recent episode, I commented about the Chupacabra meat and being nerfed in Leech. Apparently it's supposed to have Leech, but the problem is Untamed Chaos here has too many potion IDs. Because if you have too many potion IDs, the potion effects mix up for those sort of things. Mess up, whichever one you want to use. So it should be giving me Leech now. It's just in my other mod pack, I didn't have as many potion IDs because I didn't have as many mods. So it didn't have that problem. So I'm going to look into seeing if I can find a mod to resolve it that is allowed in mod packs. So I can just add something, fix the IDs, because I'm more worried about other mods having issues than the Chupacabra meat itself. Like, I don't want to be casting a spell from Thumbcraft sort of thing that applies an effect and then apply effect that should not be applied at all sort of thing. Because those kind of things could even lead to crashes if it's done poorly or it's the wrong effect sort of thing. Almost similar to how the turtles crash when Lycanite's mods applied effects there. So I could be trying to do something and it applies a completely wrong thing and then bad things happen. So I do want to look into see if I can fix that. But for the moment, here's the one. Yeah, it will still be giving flight. I guess that also does mean I kind of cheated way back when I used the flight to collect the turtles because it never was supposed to give flight. But, whoops, how was I really supposed to know that then? So, yeah. But one thing I want to make, and I just was like so shocked I actually didn't make it sooner, is if we look in here, I do need to get more obsidian. But in here, I do have a fair bit of blaze rods now and some ender pearls, because I do have ender chests in this mod pack from Ender Storage, and that's the recipe. I needed wool and chests, but thankfully I do have a fair bit of chests here because I always collect them whenever I find them in the world. And I should have, yeah, I have plenty of wool. So I want to try making a couple ender chests now. Okay, so this is actually going to be a tad more literal than I meant when I said a couple. But yeah, ender chest. And I also want to make an ender pouch, which is, I should have enough spare blaze powder in here and leather in here. So pretty much how these works, it's a lot like the vanilla ender chest, which, by the way, I think I can still craft. I think I did. Did I craft one? Yeah, I crafted it to make the sigils. Way back, but I don't think I actually made one and set it up. But pretty much how this works is, I actually think I'm going to put it here because I have plans for it. And for the moment, I think I can put this one in here just because I don't need it. But how it works is I can color code it here, and then when I open it up like, if I open the bag here, you'll see that opens too, because at the moment they're just linked to white, white, white as the frequency. You can see the little tooltip up there on the Walia. But yeah, so when I put items in here, let's just put that in there. And ta-da, just like a vanilla ender chest, only I have a pouch for it, and I can customize the frequencies and I have more than one. So the reason I wanted this is because I realized it would be really helpful to send items back to the base when my inventory gets full. And then I remembered I should have done this a long time ago. So I also want to see if I could put a note... well, I actually was going to look into impulse item ducts or item ducts this episode to fix the thermal stuff off camera. But if I put an item duct from here, I can actually pull the items out and put them into the sorting chest here and just have them sort back in my little system here. So I can pretty much just send infinite items back to the base and not have to worry about that. So when I'm down the mines, I could just open this, throw my cobblestone in here, and it'll all go there. Although cobblestone's probably a bad idea because it will fill up my system probably pretty quickly because I need to upgrade my barrel here. Yeah, I don't know. We could also do barrel upgrades real quick, I guess. Let me look at that real quick. Okay, so I did look at the barrel upgrades real quick here, and yeah, the barrel upgrades is a storage upgrade. This is why I don't like making, because you need pistons and barrels, and that just gets wood intensive, and I really need to set up a tree farm. Speaking of tree farm, and well, that's like the slot 1 upgrade, and pretty much the number of slots equal the number of storage upgrades, so that will allow me 1, that'll allow me 2, and just to note, I did also change these recipes, because they originally weren't like this, but I just liked having the more advanced progression here, and Nether Star is the final one. But if you need over 1,000 slots for upgrades, yeah, I don't know how much stuff you need in a barrel, because that's the biggest one. And look how many stacks that is. 15k stacks of an item. I don't think I'm going to ever need that much of barrel storage, because I think I also do have a deep storage unit from Mine Factory Reloaded. It should be in here. I don't really want to search it. So, yeah. And I just remember something I was saying about something in the Who's At My Frats. Oh, yeah. Tree farm to get wood for the barrels and stuff. Yeah, I actually was looking into other power options, because while the mechanism ones are good, I don't know, it just feels a bit too easy at times. Like, I could just set up a bunch of these, and I do still plan to do all the wind turbines on top of the new base. But I don't know, I just would like to look into other systems, and I would really like to look into the magmatic dynamos from thermal expansion, kind of like I did back in the FTB series I did a while back. But the thing is, I don't know a good way to get lava. I could pump it from the nether. I just feel about that, because it kind of ruins the nether. And I don't want to do a whole bunch of serenades of the nether, because I just don't want to drain that much blood. Because, I mean, that could kind of fuel an infinite amount of lava generators, but then I'm using my blood, and I don't know, I just don't want too many things running off blood magic. Like, I know later on I could get, like, an infinite blood system, and I probably should start working on stuff. How about I look into item ducts as I do this? So, item duct. Okay, so basic item duct, Copac one, which is the one I'd want, Impulse, which is an upgrade of basic. Yeah, so I need the basic item duct, and then, I'm not sure what the, actually, let me just review this real quick and I'll get back to you. Okay, so I reviewed all this real quick, and pretty much this is the basic item duct that you craft like this, and that's the Copac version, which is better so you don't see the items, so it has less lag. The Impulse versions, you just add glowstone, energized glowstone, which is just melting down glowstone. The warp one does instant item moving, but uses RF, and also needs Endurium, which is something I do want to work on getting soon, because I think I do have all the things I need now. But yeah, I do want to work towards that, and I'm not sure how the fluctuating works, but I think this is the one I do want to get, the Impulse here, or the Copac Impulse, yeah, this one. So pretty much I just need item ducts and glowstone. So yeah. So actually that was just, I think, what was that one again? Lead and tin. So I do have a fair bit of lead and tin about. I can always get more tin from blocks. So I'm going to make a bit of them and put glowstone in them and get back to what I was talking about. So I think I was saying about blood magic and power sort of thing. So the thing is, actually let's just make a stack. The thing is, I don't want to have too many things rely on blood magic. I know later on I can automate blood magic, like have a mob spawner to, and a well of suffering I think would be to instantly give me infinite blood as it kills mobs and put a blood orb in there. I could have multiple blood orbs, like one constantly generating me life points, one to use for crafting, one for self-sacrificing, but I'm just not sure how much I really want to get into that. Like just having all those different things sort of thing. And let me see how much I need. I need 200 and that's 250. So I wish I could do math better in my head. So a stack of glowstone's more than enough for a stack of the item conduits here. And I didn't really revise this, but if I put those here. Huh? Oh well, so that's going to melt that down, and that's slow. And okay, so it puts it in there when it has enough. So, and I think I probably should take a fair bit of that out. Yeah, I'll just come back and add more if needed. So these are item ducts, and they should help transfer items. So, yeah, and I might even be able to upgrade them. I'm not sure. I haven't played with a thermal expansion in a while, so I'm not sure much. But, yeah, I also want to dye this, and, I just don't know. Oh, right, I had it set to dyes. So it pulled the lapis from... I'm not sure why I did that. I don't know, lapis is a weird one. Because it's a gem and a dye, so I don't know, I wanted it here, though. It might have been before I did other stuff. But anyway, so, I think I'm just gonna go, like this for that one. I don't know. It's just, you know, for the dye stuff, it's almost like you want to use the hard to get dye so other people can't. But that's not a problem because I'm on single player. But if I right-click like this, I bind it and upgrade the pouches dye. So now this is connected to that. If I go get item ducts, I should be able to set it so it always seems to turn night. Recording just goes by so quick. Like I slept before I recorded and now twice since I recorded. In future mod packs, I think I almost do want to make it so days last longer just because of that. So if I grab these ducks here, okay, it's still going. Yeah, I think that's probably actually enough for all of them. So let's see if we can get this working right. So I put that there. Oh, I never made the wrench. Whoops. I know there's a few different wrenches probably, but this is the one I need, the Crescent Hammer, which is iron and tin. There's also the Invar Battle Hammer, which is just 90% hammer, 10% wrench. So, yeah. But at the moment, I just need the basic one there, and that will allow me to use that. Kind of like what was it? The atomic assembler or whatever it was for a mechanism that allowed me to change those pipes. So if I right click this, I can change its behavior on that input, I think. Okay, so that did not go as I thought. How do I get to change it for input and output? Because it just seems to vanish and okay, I can't get it to come back. I remember before you just did this and it changed it. I'm gonna get so many comments about what I'm doing wrong now. Probably from the old one. Okay, just to check, if I put glowstone in here, it's not being pulled out. Okay, I do know of something that, at least in the old version, would fix this. There it is. So, this might be it too. Pretty much this is what you used to put in those things to get them to move. Or at least have more control options. Now you have all these different servos. And integrated servo into the machine. What's that one do? And also, I missed it last episode, but it does say what machine it's meant for. Right under where it says thermal expansion argument and right above level, it says machine secondary output. And the first ones I was looking at said dynamo, meaning they were for the power generation ones only. So, I think I'm just going to make one of these because this is the one I know. I can use silver or iron or bronze. I think I did turn on the alternate recipes for that. So, oops, actually, yeah. I have the iron, so I need that and glass, and I'll make a couple of these because even if this isn't what I'm looking for, I know they're used in crafting recipes, and I forget I need to collect this stuff. So now if I, Okay, so apparently this does not work for that. So let's try this one instead. And was that iron nuggets? So let's try making a couple of these, because I have no idea how this works now. There we go. So that's how those work. Now if I take this and put it there, I know there's, I don't know, if I click here, I can redstone, okay, and now does this allow me to, oops, that just removed it. I'm just trying to wonder how you change them, because I know there's input, output sort of thing. So I can blacklist from here, and, So yeah, this is fun, isn't it? Experimenting with tech stuff I haven't done before. I just don't know how to get it to blue, because if I do that, it... Maybe it was shift with this. Hold on, let me try real quick. Nope, that took the whole pipe. Okay, so I think I got it working. It's just a bit slow at the moment. So I did get all the glowstone to go back in here. So now if I take a stack of glowstone and put it in here, actually let's just put it in here and we can watch. It should go away 4 stacks or 4 at a time every so often, because this one only can do up to 4. Now if I made the higher tier ones, I'm assuming these can have higher amounts. That's 4, 16, 64, and as you see, they have other filtering options for each one. Extracts from multiple slots, so pretty much you upgrade a single slot 4, single slot 16, single slot stack, 2 stacks, and also speed boosts, apparently. So, I don't know, I would like to work on them. For the moment, this works, because as you see, it did eventually get all of that, and put it in here, and then filtered it back into here. So, yeah. So, that was a bit more complex than I thought it would be, or a bit more work than I expected, whatever you want to say it is. It required stuff. Yeah. So, I will need to play around more of them. I think for the moment I'm just going to throw these in here, because we got that working, and, well, I might as well just throw that in there, because I have the other one in here, don't I? I can't, that one, yeah, that's the mechanism one, the configurer. That's what I was looking for. And... oh, I never put my rings back on. Actually, I think I can throw that in there. So, Band of Aura and Magnetism is the other one. So, yep, I forgot to put these back on since I came back from the nether. Whoops. Yeah. So, already a good bit into the episode, and all I did was make item ducts and figure out how to, Really? I got that perfectly? I thought there'd be leftover glowstone for sure. But, yeah. So I made an ender chest and an ender pouch, something I should have done ages ago. I figured out how to use item ducts, very basically, but yeah. So, I also did want to look into upgrading the machines. So, let me just search, pulverizer real quick. There we go. So, pulverizer. And I can upgrade it with the hardened one. I think that comes first. So I need electrum, signolium, and endurium. So electrum we know how to make, or at least I kind of mentioned it before. Hardened lumium glass. Oh, that means I need lumium. Why does that not show hardened lumium glass? It just showed hardened glass. Oh wait. Both are valid recipes, that's why. So hardened glass I can make. That's obsidian dust and lead. And, actually, what are the other machine frames used for? Because, okay, I guess they're used for something. It's just, it seems under text the main use of them here. Because I just haven't seen anything... okay, the solar panels too. I haven't seen anything directly from it, because you can craft these machines with the basic ones, and the upgrades don't require them. So, I don't know, that's just a bit weird. I have to look into that more, I guess. So, yeah, but endurium's actually what I would like to work on now. Because signolium here is just the blend, which is copper and silver with destabilized redstone, so I can get all this stuff now. I think I might even want to prepare it off camera than try and do it right now, just because it's a bit But Endurium's what I really would like to make now. And I went to the wrong page. So Endurium is the highest tier thing in thermal expansion, pretty much. It's about the high tier metal thing. Yeah. So, and you probably heard that bird outside. So, yeah. But, to make it, I need coal dust, sulfur, redstone, blaze powder. And I should have a fair bit of sulfur. I don't have coal dust because I think that's the pulverizer only version of it. So I'll need some of that. And, let's see. If I go here. And a vehicle. All the noises today. But this is how you make, it's not wanting to show me the Endurium one. But this is how you make it in the induction smelter. And the Endurium blend is tin, silver, shiny metal, and resonant ender. So shiny is the one I really need to get. And I do have some here. But the thing is, if I take my furrows here and use it on a pulverizer, it has a 10% chance to give me shiny. There it is. So that's the main way you get it besides shiny ore. I have a bunch of shiny ore, but like I said before, I'm saving that for the mechanism like 5 times ore production so I can get the most out of it. But for this, it doesn't really matter. So, you know, I've been saving some of these ores just for the sake of having them for stuff like, or saving them for the, just crushing them down. The aluminum I have been saving for, so yeah, if you see, actually, let me just take that out, put it in here. Nothing happens. But if I put it here, it does. So I could use the item ducts now to fix that, I believe. But I just don't really have a big need for it. And now it's going to put it in there and smelt it. But when the shiny dust comes through, I can grab it out of here. So, ta-da. And, well, it actually won't... that is actually... It actually does smelt it just about as fast as it can make it. So, I might end up with shiny ingots. I can just pulverize them back down, though. So... not a huge deal to me. But, yeah, so we have that going, and I think I'm going to work on making the resonant ender now, and then we can work on making the endurium. And the other reason I really want this is I will need tesseracts, and tesseracts are pretty much the most high-tier power thing, I guess you would say. So this is a tesseract. To make it, you need bronze and silver, not really hard, around a tesseract frame full. And is there an alternate recipe? No, just the one to make it private. So tesseract frame full is a tesseract frame with pretty much 4 ender pearls. And then this is crafted with the glass, diamond, and endurium. So yeah, you can see that's a bit intensive. So I have a bunch of ender pearls here, and I need a couple buckets for what I'm doing now. So I think that's a couple buckets worth. And I do have a couple buckets, so I'm going to take them over here now. And, yeah. We're going to put them in here. This will melt down the ender pearls. Put them here, and this will fill it. So, it gets 250 per ender pearl. It's 1,000 per bucket. So, as soon as that gets one more now, it should start filling, and we got a resonant ender bucket. Now, I can also place down this liquid, but it'll teleport me when I walk into it, and I really don't want to do that, because I could end up in who knows where, like some weird little 2-block gap cave down there sort of thing, even. So, okay, we got another one of those. So, yeah, I think I'll just leave this running, just so we can get some of that. I do want to come back and do this more once we get the upgrades, so it can, go really fast. Yeah, I didn't say that right, or... I meant to say it better worded than that, than just go really fast. But, yeah, that's kind of the gist of it, I guess. And, okay, use. The other dust I need are tin and silver. Okay, so I need 4 tin, 1 silver. I don't know. Let me just get these ingots, and I think the crusher will work as well, because it should work with the mechanism dusts, and just because the pulverizer's in use. So I think this will give me 1... Oh, crap. Whoops. Okay, let's try that again. Does it still auto-eject? No. So I need that, and 4 of these. Whew. Yeah, sometimes that's the downside of automation like this. I had it set to automatically go out, so I just turned it right back into an ingot. And, yeah. So hopefully these dusts also work, and I forgot to collect that stuff back. Whoops. Okay, so now if I take the tin, that, and that, we get Endurium Blend. And we also do get the buckets back. So we got 8, which is a fair amount. And now I need to go into the deduction smelter with this stuff, which I forgot to make earlier. Whoops. Alright, I had the coal crushing and completely forgot to go back and collect it. And as you can see, I am running a bit low on blaze powder blaze rods, so I do need to go back and farm that. The problem is I don't have a looting sword yet. So that's the other thing I really should have done this episode or wanted to do. And where did I never put it in the crusher, did I? I took out the coal but forgot to bring it over here. And okay. So the problem is, I'm pretty sure I do need... Oh, that's a fair bit. I do need the thermal expansion version of this. So, yeah, because there is a mechanism coal dust, I think, but I don't think it counts. So we did get a fair bit of ferrous, and I'll do more of it off camera, but I really just need this powder now so I can do the thing. So I think I can actually craft it up here. There we go. So I have a fair bit of that, and induction smelters here. So I put that there and that there. It will now start making Endurium ingots. Okay, so it just finished making 8 Endurium here. I think that's actually how I pronounce it. I don't really know. As we established, I'm not very good at pronunciations. But, oh, and I also got some sulfur from that. But, yeah, this should be enough for the moment to make stuff. I kind of really didn't have... Alright, I could upgrade my bag with it to a resonant. Yeah, I think I might actually do that. I also need electrum, so I do need to make that as well. But, yeah, I don't have a lot of ores and such at the moment. But what I did want to do is, I do have some gold and silver, and that's how you make electrum. So, actually, if I come over here and just break the hopper, I can make some electrum, because I don't want it automatically smelting. Actually, I can just put them in here, can't I? So, if I just go like 3 and 3... Yeah, that should make electrum too. Yeah, because you can just do that over making it back into dusts, which is more convenient. Okay, so we got electrum, we got that. Lumium, I think, was the other one. Let me just go back to a pulverizer, because that's the one I want to upgrade here. So, there we go. And Signolium, that's it. Oh, and I also need the obsidian dust. It does accept the mechanism one, but I need, yeah, so I don't have much obsidian, so I think I'll just try pulverizing some of that down as well for the dust real quick, just because I would like to try and make one upgrade this episode and see how that goes, or just upgrade through them real quick sort of thing. Okay, so I just took a minute to review the stuff there, and yeah, I only need to put in actually 2 obsidian, but I just want to get some spare because I know it's used for other things, and actually I will want to do this whole thing twice because I need it for the pulverizer and the redstone furnace down there to make them both the top speed. But yeah, this gives 4 each, and 4 gives 2 glass. So pretty much this will give us 8 glass because I put in 4, yada yada yada. I also do need more gold because I need to make the gears as well. But if I throw this in here with lead, it will make that. And if I come over here, I can just quickly throw the gold in here and get a couple, or 6 gold ingots, which should be enough for what I need to do. So yeah. Okay. And pretty much what I need is I need to upgrade this gear here. I need 3 actually. So I will need to do more mining to get more gold. But pretty much all the gears I need to make for those I based off of gold gears. And 1 even needs a diamond gear. So if I go like this, I can make that. Okay, and this is how I make an Endurium gear with my recipe, because once again, the default recipe is just 5 Endurium in that shape without the diamond gear in the center, I believe. But yeah, I changed the recipe because I just like to screw with things like that. And so if I go like this, I have the Electrum gear, and I forgot I needed this gear, or at least I forgot how to make this, or I didn't look into it. I need redstone, copper, and silver. Okay, so I need to go grab some copper ingots, and I think, no, I put away the redstone. So I just want to do this real quick and end the episode. I probably won't have time for all the other stuff because, you know, I've just been trying to be a bit more careful about how long I let the episodes run. And when my recording starts to hit 40 minutes, I just try and start wrapping it up. So I want to do this real quick, and hopefully the episode doesn't run on too long. Yada, yada, yada. Okay, so we got that there. Got the hardened glass there. And... okay. So, okay, redstone in here. How much does that make? 100. So I do need 9 more of that for a bucket. It's pretty cheap. But put that in there now. So that always gets the redstone bucket we need. And then we craft them all together to get, there we go. So this is how I get that. And I think I just messed up because I needed a lot more than just one, didn't I? But, okay, so this will make... no, that actually does make enough. So just to get it quickly, I'll just throw it in here. And I think I left something in here. No, I did not. I'm just being forgetful. So, okay, if I come here now and do that... I did need a crafting table in the other room, by the way. I considered just grabbing one real quick, but I didn't. So now I can grab the pulverizer here. Okay, sorry for that cut. I had to clear my throat, but I grabbed the pulverizer here, and now we can upgrade it. So the first upgrade is Environment Electrum gear, I think. Is that the first or the second? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Because if this works, that means it's the first. I think it's the first because... okay, so we got the hardened one. And now we need to upgrade to the reinforced, which is the hardened glass. And the other gear there, the Signolium. And now for the final one, we have the Ender gear. And where's my silver? Oh, whew. I thought for a second I might not have enough silver left. So now it's a resonant pulverizer. So this means I can add all the arguments to it now. So, once again, I cannot spell argument. So if we look through them again, this one says dynamo, that says dynamo. This is the machine, and this is the machine. So this is the one we want. So we'll need to make this one, and this one. I think I'm going to save that for next time, because this episode's running a bit long on my end, as I said before. And yeah, but now it's a resonant one, and I think off camera I'll work on upgrading the redstone furnace as well. I just didn't want to, you know, this episode's just running long. You already saw me do it, so I just need to do it again, which means I'll need to get more gold. Although I think I do have some nether gold here. Yes, I have a fair bit of nether gold actually. So, yeah, does this smelt, is it? How does this work? I think I can actually pulverize it straight out to the 8. Yeah, so I think I might actually do that. I don't know, I'll deal with that off camera. But, yeah, I'll work on getting the other machine upgraded and getting the supplies ready to make those. And, yeah, I also do want to try finally using the diamond dolly and getting the spawner, but I think I'll save that for next episode. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I do plan to take some time, work on some things off camera, and update the mod pack before next episode, or at least hopefully. So, yeah. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode, and, what did I do again? Mainly just that stuff, I guess. But, anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this episode either way, and, yeah, until next time, goodbye.